These are 5 affordable perfume dupes that are 1,000 times better than the high-end original. And no, this video is not sponsored. Let's get started. I also love that all of these dupes are not your usual dupes that you hear about every 5 seconds. Like, we're not going to be talking about no Baccarat Rouge or Delina. These are more niche in the sense that they're just not as talked about. And for me, at least, those are my favorite perfumes to talk about because I don't want to always be talking about all the mainstream stuff because that's just boring. First on the list, Giorgio Armani Si. I have owned this and I have owned the dupe of it as well. I don't own either in my collection at this current moment, but I can tell you, and I've talked about this in a previous video before, this is one of the most amazing dupes ever. The price difference is insane and the quality of the dupe is out of this world. Giorgio Armani Si kind of smells like red wine. It's this heavy patchouli scent. It's really sexy. It's a scent that's known for it just garnering a ton of compliments. It's your kind of more going out scent, a little bit more fancy occasion. Definitely has a strong emphasis on rose and patchouli, but it also has this really nice cassis note, which kind of gives off this red wine sort of scent overall in this perfume. And the dupe I have for this is a dupe that maybe you've never heard of. This perfume comes from, it's a flanker of a very old perfume that nowadays most people are probably not using. And when you do hear this name, don't be scared and think, oh, this is gonna smell super kind of like dated. No, this dupe was actually launched in 2019, so it's fairly new, at least newer than the original. And this is from the White Diamonds line from Elizabeth Taylor, so very classic scent. But this specific one is White Diamonds in Rouge. This is 1,000% the same to Giorgio Armani Si, but in my opinion, a million times better because unlike Giorgio Armani Si, there's some raspberry fruity notes that kind of break up the strong rosy patchouli-ness kind of scent that you're gonna get in Si. So in this one, instead of the cassis, so that spice element, we have pink pepper, which pairs up amazingly with raspberry. That is one of my favorite combinations. And then along with that, you're gonna still get the rose, you're gonna still get the patchouli, but because you have a little bit of that fruitiness, again, it just breaks up the strong rose patchouli kind of combo. It just kind of softens it up a little bit and it's so beautiful. 10 out of 10 dupe and it's just way better in my opinion, so definitely check this one out. Next dupe I actually very recently acquired in my collection, and I decluttered the perfume that this is duping kind of a while ago in my collection, and I held on to that perfume for a long time. It was actually a really nice scent, always got me compliments. But now having this, and I wasn't even on the lookout for this. This was gifted to me. I got it for Christmas and I'm so happy with it because it not only smells exactly the same, but it's better. This is from Lattafa. It's from the Bade Al Oud line and this one's called Sublime. It's in this gorgeous red bottle. So stunning, and it's a fraction of the cost again of the original counterpart. This is duping Eat and Juicy Apple from Kayali, which is all about this bright red apple note mixed with berries. This one is the same, but there's more depth into this. I feel like low-key with the Kayali version, which I really like too, don't get me wrong, that scent could come across a tad bit juvenile at times just because it was so heavy on the apple and berries, and normally I don't care about that. I'm still using pink sugar, okay? So clearly I don't care about smelling juvenile. I don't think there's an age to perfumes, but this is just for descriptive purposes, so don't misconstrue what I'm saying here. But there's something more elevated that I find in this scent that just it takes it to the next level, and it smells way more expensive while being the complete opposite. I think the reason why I find so much depth in this is because it doesn't have those normal red berries mixed with that apple that you're gonna find in Eating Juicy Apple. Instead, this has plum, so still kind of gives that vibe, but plum just is stronger, it's deeper, and I love plum notes, and it still has that apple. This has a little bit of lychee, which I can kind of pick up on. It's really pretty. It's a little bit rosy. It has vanilla. There's a lot of more elevated notes to this, and overall it smells 10 times more expensive in my opinion, but still gives off the same vibes. So definitely check out the Sublime from the Bade Al Oud line. This line is so incredible. If you want another insane perfume that smells like rose milk, check out Noble Blush from this line. It is one of my favorite perfumes ever. It's not necessarily a dupe of anything or anything that I've ever smelled before. It's such a unique scent, but oh my god, it's so good. It's beyond a 10 out of 10. So that's besides this point. But yeah. Next up, I've talked about this countless times since the beginning and birth of my channel. I've had this channel for like, I think 5 years, which is, first of all, it's crazy that 5 years have even passed. But anyways, this is by Guess. This is Seductive Noir, and this perfume is $14. Yes, I don't know, hopefully it's still that cheap, because I got this, like I said, 5 years ago, and nowadays things are looking real different than back then. But I still feel like this is still way under $20. And it smells like it is way over $200. Now this is a very similar scent to Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. And I remember getting so close to buying that scent way before I even knew this kind of existed. I remember going into Ulta, sprayed it all over me because I had heard really good things, but there was something I just didn't like about it. It was kind of screechy on my skin. So I left it behind, and kind of shortly after that I discovered this, and I feel like that was the reason why I was meant to leave Mon Guerlain behind, because this is a trillion bajillion times better. It has all the same qualities, but done in the most perfect way. This is how Mon Guerlain should have been done. This is the smoothest scent you're ever gonna come across. This has sage, it has Haitian vetiver, suede. It has more of these edgier notes and notes that can tend to come across a little bit screechy and kind of loud on the skin, but this has just the smoothest blend of notes. I can't even pick up on any scent in this perfume because of how smooth it is. It is just the most well-refined scent ever. It smells like $1,000,000. It's such a dark, ethereal, whimsy goth kind of scent. It's more of, I would say, an elegant going out scent, more of a fancy scent, not necessarily everyday freshy, you know, but so good nonetheless. It has a little touch of dark vanilla in the base. It has a little iris. I cannot stop sniffing this 5 years later, and I'm still just as in love with this. And you guys know, you know how many declutters I've done. This is still hanging around, and I don't think I will ever let this go, because I think for the price, I don't know, I still hope that they don't ever catch on to the fact that they gave us like a $1 million perfume for like 15 bucks. Next, I have tried and have been requested to try so many times by you guys Bianca Latte. Obviously, given that I love my gourmand scents, Bianca Latte is like probably the #1 most talked about gourmand, I feel like, right now, and especially in the last year or so. But I never actually got a full-size bottle of it. I got a little sample off of Mercari just because I wanted to try it, but it was kind of expensive and there was a lot of dupes floating around, so I was like, let me try it and then get some dupes and see if I could just get this for a fraction of the cost. Because I don't know, I never really, there's certain scents where I'm like, okay, I go out and spend $300 like a maniac, but for some reason I couldn't pull the trigger on that one, and I'm glad that I didn't, because after coming across this is just like it, if not 1,000,000 times better. This is Eclair, also from Lattafa. Obviously, Arab perfumes are just the top of the line when it comes to insane dupes that are honestly done way better than the originals. With Eclair, yeah, this is just the ultimate gourmand. It's caramel, whipped cream, vanilla, cake. Super smooth. I mean, will I say sickly sweet? Kind of. It's just a very intensely sweet scent. You gotta know where you wear this one. It's a lot of sweetness going on in here, but such a good warm scent when it's a little bit cooler out. It keeps you cozy. It's super lactonic. It's got caramel, milk, sugar, honey, vanilla, praline. It's literally giving me a cavity as I'm sitting here reading off these notes. It's intense on the sweetness, and it is just like Bianca Latte for a fraction of the cost. I will say, after trying Bianca Latte, I think this is stronger and lasts more on my skin personally. So there's another huge bonus to this perfume. And I also smell this kind of cardamom note in here. There's a spice to it that I also didn't get in Bianca Latte that I feel really elevates this scent. I definitely don't use this scent every single day. It can be a tad bit much. Like, I have to be in the mood for this because of how sweet it is. But when I do wear it, it's just like a warm hug every time. And my last incredible dupe that is also a fraction of the cost. This is another one where I own the dupe. I decluttered the dupe a few years ago at this point. I haven't had it for a long time. It was one of those things where it was just a little bit too much of a perfume, so I never really wore it all the time. I personally didn't see it as like more of an everyday perfume, so it didn't really get much wear out of me. But this is Rose Gourmand from Zara, and this is a spot on dupe, but I would say also better dupe than Roses Vanille from Mancera, which was a super popular scent. These scents feature this incredible rose intertwined with vanilla. These scents smell so expensive. Like as soon as you put this scent on, you feel like $1,000,000. It smells like old money in the most incredible way. And with the Zara version, it is so strong. I can't even put it into words. Again, I had a sample of Roses Vanille given to me, and the Zara version was stronger and lasted longer. The notes for both of these are like almost identical. You're gonna get this combo of rose, vanilla, a little bit of amber. Such a sexy, warm rose scent. Very unique. Hasn't really been done that much before, but yeah, really, really good dupe and better in my opinion. Those are all of the 5 dupes that I have in this video that are way more affordable and way better than the originals. I would never think about getting these originals, having these dupes, because yeah, you just literally don't need to, and these are better, so don't waste your money. That is it for this video. Let me know if you want more of these dupes kind of videos, and let me know if you have more of these better dupes in the comments so that maybe I can include them in my next video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.